Hello everyone! Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. My name's Salma Sekar Madani. I'm from Nutrition Department in Health Polytechnic of Ministry of Health, Semarang. In this occasion, I'm going to talk about food fraud. Maybe it's not familiar topic, but I will explain it clearly so you can get important information from my presentation. Let's review about the main topic in my presentation. My presentation is consist by 3 parts, which is in one part I will talk about what is food fraud, the cases in around the world, and the cause why did this incident can happen. And then secondly, I will talk about the effect of food fraud, the impact on health, social life, and economy sector. And then on the last part, I will discuss about the preventive action to avoid this incident, start from personal level to the state level with applicable regulation. But before we go any further, I want to ask to you something. Have you ever thought about the journey of the food project before it landing on your dining table? Why the food is still durable, still delicious, even after a long journey? Yes, the answer is because the advance in food technology. The technology that regulates the composition of food product, process, and maintain food package. So the food product can increase the quality of shelf life and quantity of nutritional value. The information about what is in the food should be read clearly on the food label. They give some information for consumer when buying, so consumers know what they are going to consume. Is it safe or no? But I have surprising statistics on how public awareness of what they consume. Based on survey published in the journal Education and Health Promotion, there is 48% the buyer don't read food labels, and then 58% others read the label food, but they don't understand what they read. This is so sad because maybe what they buy is not what they want, and the product, maybe the content they should be looking for is not in the product they buy, because they don't understand how to find out. Of course, this will warm the consumers. At this point, I want to go deeper into how food fraud can happen. Food fraud occurs indirectly when food companies make claims that are irrelevant to the content of the product. So there is the gap between weak regulation and consumer awareness. So the consumers are not getting what they really need. Let me explain in more detail about cases of food fraud around the world. First, we're gonna on the Taiwan, based on the study entitled Food Claims and Nutritional Fake of Commercial Baby Food. In Taiwan, it was found that commercial food containing 20% high sodium levels and 50% high sugar content. Unfortunately, these high nutrition claims are made in commercial products for baby. This composition will affect with health, especially chronic disease for a long term. As a result, the public get misleading information again because the claims on the nutrition package label on the food product don't match with the content in the product, so they don't get what they expect from this product. Moving on into different country. Based on the same evidence, this misleading incident also occurred in Indonesia. For claims in advertisement and composition of honey sachet product, there is only 2% honey content, and the other composition is fructose, glucose, acidity regulator, and caramel color. This indirect food fraud occurs when there is an emerging trust effect on a particular brand, because in this brand there are display the advertisement with health benefit from pure honey, not from their artificial honey product. So, even though the brand is famous, it doesn't guarantee the product don't display false claims. So you heard what I have to say before. So there are a conclusion about cause of food fraud. The first cause can be obtained from the producer of food. They are not according to applicable standard and give false claim on their product. And then consumers who are not alert can also become the victims of what they do, because they doesn't read food labels, doesn't understand about food labels, and trust effect in a particular brand. And then the causative factor of the applicable policy, there is incomplete and indecisive regulation. Now, you heard about what is the meaning of food fraud. Let's talk about the effect it can have when it is not prevented. At this point, I'm gonna explain to you about the effect of food fraud from the personal level to the entire country. First, starting for someone who eating the wrong food consumption. There is excessive salt and sugar consumption. Long-term effect is he will experience metabolic disorders like diabetic, hypertension, and the disease cannot be cured. So his life depends by medicine for the rest of his life. So the quality of human resource in this country is low because there are increased adult mortality rate, which is day before 60 age. And then the country economy began to disrupted with slow growth economy because the productive age is decreased. If these cases continues, community life may also be disrupted because a good economy not come from a sick community. Okay, we should take the preventive action to avoid this incident. Okay, we should take the preventive action before this incident can disrupt our life. First, we have to increase the awareness of by personal level. When we go to the market and want to buy a food product, we should check the integrity of the package. Is it durable? And then check the expiration date, check all text on the label, And then check nutrition fact. Avoid product high in fat, sodium, high sugar, and choose products that are sufficient in fiber, vitamin, and minerals. And then pay attention to the food additive like synthetic sugar, maltodextrin, or thickener in juice or yogurt. There is a tips for me to read the nutrition fact. First, look at this serving size. The number of servings per pack represent the number of servings or servings per pack. For example, in a nutrition value information label, it says number of serving per package 2. So in one package there are 2 portion or serving. So it can be eat by 2 times or can be serving for 2 person. This number represents how much this number represents how much energy you get for consuming one package of food product. And then we should read about percent daily value. There is a day sufficiency, so we should provide information on the number of nutrition. Daily nutritional needs will be reached at 100% and don't get too much. And then we should limit these nutrients. This limit fat, cholesterol, sodium, and sugar, and we should enough of these nutrients like vitamin, minerals, and protein. Another way to avoid this food fraud is by applicable regulation. There is SNE and BPOM. A consumer protection agency that oversees the safety standard of a food product and its distribution license. There is SNE agency that make technical specification based on agreement from producer, consumer, and expert. So food manufacturers should reach this standard. And then from Badan POM, there is the agency to permit distribution and requirement for safety, benefit, and quality. So I will give the conclusion from everything I told before. In addition to the benefits of advanced food technology, there are also gaps between awareness of consumer and the claims from food manufacturer. Even though the regulation have been so good, so well, there is still some fraud. So only ourselves can prevent this food fraud. Life is a choice, right? Then what is your choice? Being healthy and productive, or being sick and a burden on the state? Remember, you are what you eat. So what you eat today will shape who you are in the future. I think this is enough for my presentation. I will gonna say thank you so much for all of you that watching my video. I hope this information can be useful and make us more aware about what we consume, because health is investment to the future and old age. Okay? So keep healthy, wash your hand, and wear your mask. And don't forget to always eat healthy food. If you have any question, please drop in the comment box below, and I will respond it as soon as possible. The final word, thank you so much and see you.